I was just rocking. All right. Just don't look at him. I'm gonna go on my work stuff now. Okay. There he goes. All right. So. Hey Opus family, welcome to Water Cooler Wednesday. We kind of took us taking a break from sitting inside at the desk because it's way too nice outside today, and so I opted to come outside on the patio, and we'll come live from you there. So I don't really have a plan today. I didn't really work through anything. We've got you guys out there on our Opus Media and Opus Management social media sites. So whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, we've got you guys live, and I've also got my TikTok, my personal TikTok, running live. I tend to see a few more people on that one than on some of the other channels, so we'll just kind of hang out today, enjoy the weather, and talk about any of the subjects that you guys want to talk through. We've talked about quite a bit as far as, branding and social media. We've talked about recruiting. We've talked about interviewing this year. Quite a few things that span a lot of different pieces of the business world, especially for our small businesses. So, streamlining some things, looking at some accounting softwares, looking at some customer management pieces. We looked at Opus's SharePoint, or not Opus's, but our small business management, client management software that we've got. We've walked through some different HR things, whether that's through a SharePoint site, if that's something you guys use, the different Microsoft options, all of those things, including, when is it time to hire a social media manager and those kinds of things. Hey, Cindy, I see you joined us over there. So don't really have a topic today, just wanted to come hang out. I ditched the office area for myself for the patio, so I guess it's not really water cooler today. Maybe it's more, I guess it could be patio drinks. We're not quite at happy hour yet, but perks of remote work and being able to take my laptop wherever I need to work at, and I can sit out and enjoy the view, and the dog can chase the squirrels, and Braylee can draw with her chalk or ride her scooter, which is what she's currently doing around the patio. And I just got a text from my boss who's having lunch and just ran into one of our customers. So that's awesome. There is something for working with the local pieces, or local people and local companies. So we like to keep it local. I'm in Texas. Our home office is in Tiffin, Ohio. So whether, if you're in those areas, we are readily available, but we also have customers all across the United States, from California to Florida, on up through the New England area. But we are happy to help. So, I guess, so we've talked about goals before. So, as people are hopping on and off and back and forth, kind of talk about my goal, right? So Water Cooler Wednesday is something, so I do it every Wednesday, so about 11:30 Central Time. Since I am in Texas, I run my life off Central Time. We go live. So today I'm coming from you from my patio. Next week I will actually be coming, I'm going to help one of our other customers, so I'll be coming live from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I myself will be at the Pinto World Show, working with Storm Cloud Clothing, and we're going to be doing, she's got, not only so I will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then they'll also be in Guthrie and Oklahoma City. So she is a American-made Western show shirts, so horse show shirts. So it is, long sleeve, button down, kind of a retro ranch look that is tailored for the female horse shower, like myself, and they're great fit as far as the clothing goes. And so she is one of our social media and accounting software small businesses, and so we'll be in Tulsa doing some promotions and working with a new group that she's going to be going into which is the Pinto Association, and doing some of those pieces. So we love Nancy. She is definitely probably my favorite type of client that we support here at Opus, and that she is she's a I'm not going to say self-made woman, but she does come from and keep everything here in the United States. So aside from the actual fabric that is made, all of her work is kept stateside. So she does all of her manufacturing of her shirts in Texas, so in Dallas, and she really caters to her niche, which is the reiners, the cow horse, the ranch riders, just the horse show industry itself. And she doesn't mass produce what she has, right? So she offers a very specific item, and it is small batch. So there's no more than maybe 100 of her shirts in any given size run. So in the clothing world, she runs a extra small to a 3 XL, and there might be 100 shirts across all of those sizes total. So it's not like if you just went and picked something out of, if you went shopping at Walmart and bought a Wrangler button-down shirt, if you went to Cavender's and bought an Ariat button-down shirt, she is truly small business, and she is, Texas-based, and I absolutely just love that. Not just Texas, but, all of our small businesses that are keeping jobs here, and keeping them local to themselves, so that she can check on the quality, she can keep tabs on the fabric, all the things that she has to do as a small business owner, and we love supporting that. So that'll be a little bit of a different view for everybody while we're there. We'll walk through some of her stuff maybe next week on our water cooler Wednesday. For those of you guys joining me over on TikTok, we're just kind of hanging out. So on Wednesdays, I hop on live on my company social medias, so Opus Management, and we're a business consulting firm that helps small businesses navigate technology, especially in today's world. So any of those things that we can help you with, we're super happy to do it. So you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, any of your social media. If you look up Opus Management, you'll be able to find us there, and we are happy to set up a discovery, talk about what your business needs. How can we help you? I do a lot of work as far as sales go, and while my title as a client account consultant really hangs out in the sales category of our company in the hierarchy, it is not so much sales. So we are here honestly to help you. Like I I want to make your guys' life easier, as do our CEO and COO. We want to help you to create what you're looking for as far as your brand goes, as far as your business goes. And so we're not going to sell you something for the sake of selling you something. You will not find any hard sales here, nor will you find us hanging out with we've got a deadline, right? Like there's not going to be we got to close the deal. You guys take the time that you need. We're going to find you the options that you're looking for. If you're in Texas, although Texas is very vast, I spent a lot of my time in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and then also here on the coastal side, around the Houston area. And, I'm happy to help. We do a lot of consultations virtually, like you guys are on today. We can walk through any of your questions, concerns, anything that maybe you're struggling with. As a small business or as a mid-sized business, heck, we don't mind doing large businesses either. Honestly, we're not going to turn you away if you come in and say, "Oh, hey, we're super big." But we do spend the majority of our focus on the smaller businesses. Pardon me, I lost my entourage. They're chasing a squirrel. They're out in the back chasing a squirrel up a tree. So typically on Wednesdays I do come with a topic. So kind of started off discussing our started off a little bit ago talking about goals and things like that. So since we're in the first week of June, I've done some assessing of my own personal goals, of what each of the clients, we've looked at what the client goals are that we have here, and then ultimately like the Opus goals. And one of my goals this month is really to start driving more interaction across our social media platforms, right? So like on Water Cooler Wednesday and getting you guys some information, as we go through this and talking, dragging those questions out of you, because it's always hard. But that's where I'm headed this month. Like, how do we start building and becoming more of a resource for not only our customers, but also, our social media clients, our social media family. So how do we help you guys, on a day-to-day and bring in solutions or bring in solves for you, bring you, something that's going to help you in your day-to-day as well. So, getting back into, we were doing for a little while there some technology Tuesdays, and so we've started looking at that again in tech tips. So doing those like Tuesday and Thursday tech tips where we can help you. We spend a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time here on Water Cooler Wednesday talking about SharePoint and Acumatica. So we've got some more things planned. Some more demos on how to help your HR systems, how to better your employees' remote work experience, right? So, when we think about remote workers, it's that's probably the hardest thing, is finding the engagement when someone works remote and driving that teamwork and keeping everybody motivated and on track. And so we've got some options as far as the tools that you have at your fingertips already, especially if you are if you have the Microsoft either Office or 365 or whichever version that you've got. You've definitely got some options there for working, helping drive that piece. Man, I can't change things. Haha. So, you definitely have got some options there. Already at your fingertips. And, we can definitely talk about those things, look into some more of those things, and how that can grow. Man, everybody's quiet today. Let's see. So typically about now, I was having an issue with my live feed. We're going to hop back over here. Oh, that did not work. Got kicked off of my TikTok live feed there for a few minutes. Why is it still doing that? But that's all right. It can happen in technology these days. So So we're just going to hang out for a while. Be all right. I am not super worried about things today. It's been a little bit of a crazy week already. We were talking in the last 2 weeks, we've kind of talked about some of the brand pieces. So, when you're thinking about your brand, especially as you're going to move forward and bring people in, I think, and I'm working on several of these right now, having standards or guidelines is going to be really big, right? Like just the simple things to just have a consistency piece across the board is super helpful, right? So if you're going to have a brand, if you have a brand, when I say brand, like even company or even yourself, right? So there's some things you need to decide on, especially when it comes to social media and what you're going to be doing, right? So you need to decide on a consistent set of colors. You need to decide on a consistent logo or, signature piece. Be able to decide on the fonts, there's 9 million fonts, and let me tell you guys, some of these places, you can only get fonts in certain places. They don't always come over from, your Mac and your Pages on Apple and, what you're using in PowerPoint aren't always going to be in Word, and they're not always going to be available in Adobe or things like that. So finding a main font that you like, having some backups to it so that you've got, 1, 2, 3, 5 options in the different platforms so that you're not having to download fonts. You're staying out of things that are copyrighted, right, that you would have to purchase. Those kind of things, they're just being mindful of those, making sure that, you get specific. So if you want things written a certain way, right? So if you're using Instagram and you have a hashtag, how you put that in there with the capitalizations, or if you're going to use a specific emoji, making sure that you get really clear on that piece, really clear on the logo when the logo changes, if things get updated, having all of that put out. Start with what's going to be your philosophy, what's your vision, what's your mission, and then what are your